So, Honest Trailers put out something with Buffet, and what did I think? Well, it was pretty funny, I will admit. It was fairly funny, but I have a few criticisms. But let's get to the good stuff. They start off fairly strong with infamous Giles problem. You'll notice that Giles gets quite, and I do mean quite a lot of head trauma. The amount of head trauma he suffers is so yeah, that was very hilarious how they went through the clips and found a lot of the instances he gets beat up, he gets hit over the head, gets slapped around, and he has a lot of tough resilience. I mean, normally you would expect Giles to be really suffering the effects from all this injury, but there you go. You can't keep him down. So that's yeah, it's pretty funny. He just keeps getting hit, and it doesn't really seem to phase him. And in fact, it's pretty amazing that I also found a really nice, interesting section. It's kind of a self-insert character, but they never provided evidence. I was like, is this for real, or is this kind of like a myth the fandom made up? They want it to be true, or a lot of people hate Xander now, so maybe they just don't like Joss anymore. But no, it's real.
Xander was obviously based on me, the sort of guy that all the girls want to be best friends with in high school.
Who gets the best
So overall, it was very funny. It was very informative. However, here will begin my criticisms. It was a little skewed. They did have clips and little moments from season 6 to 7, and there was one really good joke about Willow and season 6. However, it was fairly skewed towards seasons 1 to 5. But there were a few places that you kind of noticed, like, oh, you did watch the show, but you didn't like rewatch it because they got a few things wrong. So I was like, okay, as a kind of fan production, it was really funny and very interesting, especially the perspective they have on Buffy as a mythology. But I did feel it was a little lacking, and it just felt like, that's a little imbalanced. I'm not sure why. I guess Dawn is a less interesting character, or those storylines didn't grip people as much as you thought they would.
by Buffy. Sorry, but that's still better than using Buffy to
Not sticking up for Riley necessarily. I'm just like, wow, there's really no Riley in this. So that's interesting. So a very funny, very, very funny look at Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but very, very partisan, very, very skewed. A few great moments, but overall it felt more like, oh, okay. It's more like the early Buffy years, and the later Buffy years kind of got lost in the mix, I guess.
look. There's nothing wrong with Joss being a nepo baby.